the fish is opening. Fish is opening. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dropping frames. Oh my god. What's going on? Oh god. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is going wrong. Hello, Kaku2848 in the YouTube chat. Welcome. Welcome. Fishing is here. Hello, Danny. Hello. It's been a really long time since I've done an art stream. It feels like it's been like ages, eons. I'm gonna take a drink of my tea. Oh my god. Decades since the last art stream. Oh my god. If I sound a little different today, it's also because I got a pop filter on my mic today, which I don't normally have. But I have a thing. But I have a thing on it because I'm going to record a video today after streaming. Potentially. Yes, hello, Scorched. Hello, how are you? Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hello. I feel like I should have more to talk about. My brain is like empty right now. 15k left for stage 2 art redeem. Let's go. I don't know how many more streams that is. It's like 15 more streams. I don't stream and I've been like, I'm tired a lot of the time, you know, like, and I'm like, the days that I have to stream, I'm like considerably more tired than normal. and so I think on like my long work weeks, I'm just gonna stream twice, and then on my short work weeks, I'll try and do like 3 streams because those are like a lot easier to manage than whatever I've been doing. Yeah, I'm EP. Almost 30 streams of me showing up. Yeah. It's hard to collect points in my stream because it's like this bitch only streams like twice a week, and then she only streams like 2 hours at a time. How am I supposed to get my points to get my artwork? And that's the fun. The like fishing. You're fishing, Scorch? Hello, Cloudwhite29Z in the YouTube chat. Hello, hi, welcome. It's just, oh my gosh. I wake up, yes, fishing. I wake up early to stream on like, you know, days like today. Are we playing chapter 5? No, I'm not playing. I've already played chapter 5. I am drawing chapter 5 stuff today because I didn't prepare anything. And I have a bunch of sketches. I was like, what am I gonna stream for artwork today? And then it was like, I don't know, I have all these like chapter 5 sketches that I'm working on. If I don't get a fish, then everyone will either stub their toe, hit their elbow funny bone, or bite down on a potato chip wrong and ram it right into the gums. Oh my god, please get a fish. Please get a fish. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, we're all good. Everyone's good here. You will not stub your toe. You will not hit your funny bone or bite down on a potato chip wrong and ram it right into your gums. We are safe. Hello, Donut. Hello, howdy. Aaron has been spared from my curse. Yes! Tail gonna let me win this mahjong round. Will Tara win the mahjong round? Will she? Or will she just lose horribly? Who knows? Who can say? Wow. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hello. The thing is on you, Tara. Mahjong hates me lately. What does it mean if I get a skateboard after Teo's fish? Oh my god. There's this guy at my work yesterday who was fixing his skateboard or something in the break room, and then we were like, oh man, do a trick, and he's like, I'll hurt myself if I do a trick, and then he almost fell off his skateboard because he was like seeing if it was working. 15 stream streak, that's crazy. I've already been injury prone this week. Oh no, Danny, are you okay? Lucky I got a fish. No more curses today. Yeah. The fish curse. Is Teo potentially a witch? In disguise. Very witch-like. Alright, I'm gonna move over to the artwork. We're doing Deltarune artwork today because I mean, I have other sketches and stuff to work on, but this seems like the easiest. And this is the original sketch. The line art is on top of it, but yeah. I got a commission last month. Well, not last month. This month? I don't know. I don't remember when it was. Woo, blue whale. Oh my god. From my friend who was like, just draw this scene however you want. So I hit him with like 10 sketches, and I'm like, I kind of like some of them. And I'm like, I'm gonna finish them on my own time. So imagine like commissioning somebody and then just seeing all the other versions of it done. It's so fucking funny. I'm mixing a big cauldron of some real bullshit, so I might be away. Oh my god, Teo. Teo casting spells. How big is this pond? Massive. It's endless. Have you ever played web fishing, Scourge? In web fishing, out of like, I think it's like out of like I was fishing out of the. Oh my god, what's that sound? I think this is just before. There's like I liked fishing out of the tiniest pond because I thought it was funny, and then I remember catching like the biggest fucking fish out of it, and it just like spanned the entire island. That was so funny. I think you talked about it before. Web fishing was just fun. Just a small blue whale. Just an itty bitty blue whale. Not like the biggest blue whale. Just a little itty bitty blue whale. Now, web fishing is just, it looks like old Animal Crossing, and all you do is fish with friends in like little chat rooms and stuff like that. And it's really fun. Like, it's really chill. It's really chill. The game is abandoned now by the dev, unfortunately, so it is never going to get updated ever again. But, it's just chill and fun, and like you, but the fish display at size. So like when you get like a giant fucking whale, it will span the island. It will just be like, I'm a whale. You've caught a whale. Everyone on the island who's playing with you gets to know that you have a whale right now. I'm having a whale of a time. Yeah. Yeah, what's I did the sketch for this, so I think I need to like fix it up a little bit. So we're gonna do another sketch. This is my life. My life is I sketch once, and then I sketch again, and then I sketch 5 more times, and then we just slap colors on top of it, and it's all done! That's the way it all goes. My Cintiq is a little too low, though. Oh my god. I need to get rid of some of my floating panels. Like, I need to, this is gonna pop up. Yeah, there's my little palettes for flatten my comic. Oh my god. Flatting is, I think I've learned how to, like, I've gotten better at it, but then I also don't get better at it, because sometimes I'm like, oh man, I probably should have drawn a background on this one. Some days I think maybe I'm just gonna like flat my comic on stream someday. I'll do like the 10th chapter or something when nobody has any context for, like, no one has any context for anything anyways, but you know. And then it'll just be like, oh. How's everybody's Friday going? It's Friday. I wish it was Friday. Ah! Gosh, why can't it be Friday? I keep getting excited for FanFest. I'm so fucking tired. What a mood. It's only Wednesday. So Berlin FanFest, let's go. My friend is in Berlin right now. And they keep posting pictures of the food they're having. And I'm like, oh yes, keep rubbing it in. East Wind keeps winning. Oh no. Keynote at 4 a.m. East. Yeah, I'm at work during that time. And I'm like, I'm missing the entire keynote, bro. I missed the entire keynote during my shift. By the time I punch out, the keynote is done. And I'm starting. Ultra. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, hey Chris, how are you? Our Wednesday is going good. We're work courses all week. Ooh. Calling sick? I can't. I called in sick last week and I got, oh my god. Bro, I just didn't want to. Okay. I called in and my fucking manager messaged me. I'm like, I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, please! I was like, oh god, please, just one day for me. I'm staying up for it and then going to bed. Oh my god. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna like watch the keynote or something. I am a load-bearing employee, so like I'm not allowed. I'm allowed to be a little sick. I told everybody that I was like, I flew up. That's what I said. I flew up. I flew up. It's at 1 a.m. Justice time, so can't. Yeah. 1 a.m. Justice time is 7 p.m. your time, though. 7 a.m. your time, not p.m. Fuck. Okay, that's morning. 9 a.m. your time? Oh, wait, fuck! Yep, Jess is 3 hours behind me. Oh my god, yep. Jess is not in my time zone. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh my god, my brain is fucking broken right now. Nine a.m. 9 a.m. So it starts at 9 a.m. Hi, Chi. Oh my god, hello. Hi, are you drooly or are you just... I think he just looked at me and was like, don't let me have my medicine today, please. Chi. Chi, how you doing, buddy? Hi. You wanna come up? Hi. Come on, my desk. Come on up. Welcome, Chi. Welcome. Oh, he's just sitting on my lap. Oh my god, I'm blessed today. I'm blessed with cat. Oh, there we go. Hi, buddy. Hi. Welcome. He's on my desk. Hi. Hi, Chi. It was cute. I was talking with my colleague about, since he won't go visit her because of the political climate, how about meeting halfway, like Canada or something? Oh my god. You're so big and fluffy. Yeah, come to Canada! And my ass went, I could go meet Soren and hang out with Jebs. Fuck yeah, hell yeah! Come to my fuck ass tiny town, let's go. One time many years ago, for the fucking like stars aligned and a bunch of like internet friends came over at the same time from like all across America and Canada just before COVID. And that shit was overstimulating as hell, but it was very fun. Dang, that sounds awesome, yeah. We spent like New Year's in my apartment. We took them shopping at my place of employment. I mean, it's how I want to try and visit Toronto. So yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much shit in Toronto. We're going to Toronto in September, and we're like, what do we eat? And we're like, there's too much food. There's too much good fucking food in Toronto. Like, you like arrive in Union Station, and it's like, oh my god, look at all this food. Egg Club, eat Egg Club. But there's so much other stuff than Egg Club, okay? There's a library bar in Union Station. Me and my FC mates are gonna be plotting early access for Evercold. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have to like carry over hours for Evercold, cause it's in the new year. At my work, they like, if you have like X amount of hours, at the new year, like if you can only take like 40 over, so then you get paid out the other bit. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to take my vacation more like strategically. We're slowly starting to get our Evercold setting together. Let's go, let's go. About to turn that raid into ever chilly. I'm just like, I'm taking time off for early access, but I'm just like, I'm probably, I mean, like looking from like where I am now, I'm just like, am I really, I'm probably not gonna play too much Evercold. Like I'm gonna do like MSQ and stuff. I don't think, I'm probably not raiding again. But I'm excited. I'm excited! I'll probably have to wait yeah, you're gonna have to wait a bit for the Evangelion stuff, but that's okay, that's okay. I should be grinding the demi-app, but my ass is stuck in this mahjong match. I can't believe Hammer got you into the relic grind. I could not. I'm ready for next Tuesday. Is next Tuesday the is it the final relic step? Chippy? She is still here, by the way. He's on my desk. And he's just so nicely round. Would you like some sunlight, buddy? Look at that. New occult crescent area. Ooh, nice. Nice. I've started doing I believe I'm on the demi-atma phase of my relic, and I have 3. And I don't care for relics in 14. I've done 2. Like my ass is not like I so far me, Neb, Fratty as like the ones that founded it, then Asger who wants to raid again, an IRL friend of me, and Fratty who wants to raid on good ping, and then Fratty was able to get 2 of his friends from WoW who have played before in on it. So we're down to only missing 1 member without doing any recruiting somehow. That's fucking great. That's amazing. I don't remember what I was saying before this. I'm gonna hop on Mahjong right now. Guys, hop on Mahjong. Literally open Mahjong Soul! Oh my god! Let's go. And also it depends. My therapist has been big on me about actually looking for a job. Like, since I started therapy, one of the big things I've always been like is I hate my job. I need my hopes and dreams crushed to keep me humble. Oh my god. And she actively gave me a plan of which tickled my brain. She was like, make a spreadsheet, and I went, ooh, spreadsheets, yes. and so yeah, I have a my brain is activated by the word spreadsheet, and I'm like, oh shit. So she wants me to start actively looking for a new job, and I'm like, oh, but that's scary, you know, like that's scary, like that's terrifying, you know. I have 4 spreadsheets open right now. Look for that job, seek that happiness. Right? But then it's like, but Evercold comes out, and I know I can get the time off forever. Yeah, basically your way of doing it was like, put potential jobs that you would apply to on like a spreadsheet, and with all of the qualifications that you need, especially like things that aren't like soft skills, like, oh, customer service, whatever. Like if you need to like get some kind of like certificate or do some kind of thing, or like know how to use a program competently or something, then you can kind of be like, do I do that work to get that qualification kind of thing, or do I just not do that and go down a different path? Don't look for new chains in your current job to hold you down, right? Evercold's not that important. Right, that's the thing though, is like, it's so easy to be like, oh, well, there's this thing, and if I change jobs, I don't know if I'll be able to do that thing, you know? It's like there's a level of like comfort and familiarity, but then that like comfort and familiarity just kind of like is the thing that like that you hate at the same time. Like, I'm so comfortable and familiar with being underpaid and being the load-bearing employee, but it's like, oh, it's comfortable being here, but I'm just like, I hate it. I hate it so much. That's legit what I'm doing right now, and why I'm taking general education to tech education, because I want a job that I enjoy and makes good money, because holy fuck, I'm so tired of working my ass off and earning pennies, right? But for like, I had to do this thing with my therapist where I was like, but bro, I can't get a non-minimum wage job because I'm a fucking failure. And she was like, bro, you're the only one saying that. Because like the functional like work of my job is exhausting, but also like it's not the worst thing, it's just exhausting. And it's also exhausting because nobody else can do it, you know? But like, I used to say shit about my old department manager, and I'm like, I would take back every bad thing I ever said about her. If there could be some like major, like, it's because like, you know, you have like somebody who's like in charge of you or whatever, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for them to be gone. It's gonna be so much better when they're gone. And then you don't really think of like, you're like, oh, they don't really do anything already. So like, how could it get worse? And then you get worse. You get significantly worse, and you're like, how the fuck? Because like, there was also like, for like, when I started my job, I was like, I'll probably only work here for that 2 years, right? I want to be such a cool artist because I'm so cool, you know? I'm such a cool artist. And the unfortunate reality is that a lot of creative jobs, like being creative in the way where you get to make whatever the fuck you want, they don't pay. And that's the shit part of it, dude. The COO of the gas station I work at turned into the owner of another gas station like the week after I got employed. Oh my god. Like, there's employable things for art that are like stable. Not actually, stable is not the word, because the art industry is not stable. Like the entertainment art industry is not stable. She was fucking awesome, and she just left after like a month. What the fuck, man? Yeah, bro. The person whose job I took, she was so great, but then she left after like 6 months, and I was like, oh my god, I miss her. And then because she didn't want to. When I started, the role that I work in started at 4 a.m. and she was like, I want to work overnights. And I'm like, I totally get it. But yeah, it's just, oh my god. Soren's flying. Oh my god.
Soren, fly in. There's not a star in heaven that we cannot
Oh my
reach.
god. Thank you for the 47 months, Emma. How are you? How are you? Welcome. I am all right. We're talking about jobs. But yeah, when I started my job, the employee that made the job cool quit, right? I still work with a lot of people that I've worked with for like years. Oh my god, a car. And like, I like my coworker. I like the coworkers that have been there for a long time. Like, I get along with them. We get along with each other. You know, all that stuff. We go out for dinner sometimes. We've you know, I was gonna say we go to each other's houses, but no one's ever come over to mine. And you know, we've kind of trauma bonded because we've been like, oh wow, look at all this bullshit we've had to go through, you know. And like, I like them, but also I'm like, I just hate this job, you know, like so much. But when I first started my job, I was like, I'm only gonna be here for like 2 years tops. I'm not gonna be like a retail forever. I'm gonna be an artist. I'm so cool. I wish I still had that like level of confidence and delusion. I didn't channel it into anything useful. But then like the reality was like, I wasn't making decisions that were conducive to like my goals. I just thought if I just like kept drawing stuff, then eventually like people would pay me like thousands of dollars, you know, or something. Not necessarily that. I didn't really have like a set plan. I just was like, I'm just gonna keep drawing, and then I'm gonna get so good, and then people are gonna like, I'll make all that money somehow. You know, there wasn't a like, how am I going to go from get good to get money, you know? But then like the unfortunate reality is that like you could get studio work, like working on games or whatever, but then that also comes with its own caveats of like, you need to adhere to like those kind of like art styles, which I don't think I particularly vibe with making. And then a lot of like concept art isn't really my thing, as my mentor pointed out to me very obviously, that I'm not really a concept artist. And illustrator roles in like companies, illustration is more of like a freelance thing, unfortunately, than that. And then for a long time I was like, oh wow, getting an agent sounds absolutely terrifying. And that's it doesn't sound terrifying now. I'm just like, would anyone want to be an agent for an anime artist? Who the fuck knows? But yeah, it was like, I didn't understand what, I was just like, video games kind of thing. And then that I'm not a concept artist. I'm not a concept. I finished reading book 3. Oh, nice. I like a lot of my coworkers. A lot of them are cool, but we also work solo shifts, so we only see each other in small doses. It sucks. Aw. Not having the delusional confidence of a teenager is so, yeah. I would love to be your agent. I would be dog shit at it, though. You would have to be, like, an actual agent, though. Like... Because, like, I think I could be an agent if I locked in. Yeah, Teo, let's go. It sounds so cool being like, I have an agent, you know? Because like a lot of illustrators have agents, because like if you're like a book illustrator or something, typically a publishing house will not give you anything if you do not have an agent to represent you. And a lot of like book illustrations are organized and stuff right through a publisher. There are like smaller publishers where you don't need like an agent to contact them, which is also an option, but it's also like the problem. Okay, I'm gonna make a new thing. Okay, is like, so like there's options, right? There's options, right? So you can be like studio, right? You can work in like a studio. You could be freelance, and I'm gonna do freelance agent. I'm gonna do freelance like and then we're gonna have ball. We ball, okay? There's only one of these. So we ball is like, you know, we ball is like you do whatever the fuck, okay? Like you're picking up like pennies wherever you can find pennies, you know? You're doing a little bit of everything. We ball is not where you want to be, probably not. And then you have freelance, but that's like we're going to conventions and trying to turn a profit. So conventions, merch, commissions, maybe like startup stuff, like on the job boards. This only pays your bills once you've been stacking shit. So like you have Patreon, streaming, and then you're your own fucking agent. You're doing all your marketing and shit. So that shit sucks. So you're doing all that. All right. So freelance with an agent, you get all the jobs, right? You get like people, like not all of them. you may get like a job a year. The problem with illustration or anything that involves an agent, so this can be writing or music or whatever. If you have an agent, typically the things you're going to get booked for are going to sound fantastic because you're gonna get like a 10K advance to make the thing, right? And you're like, that sounds fantastic. But you get 1 or 2 a year. You're now making less than minimum wage, at least in where I live. So you need an agent who's gonna help you, and you need to get big jobs, and you need to keep on the to keep making money, or this doesn't pay the fucking bills either. There's people, you get a book published, you got your 10K advance. What now? The book's out published, and you need to pay back your advance before you make any money from the book itself selling. And you're like, fuck, you know, all of these don't pay the bill. These ones do. This one does. But you're gonna get fired or laid off really quickly, and you're gonna have to like give your soul to it. All of these options suck. Gotta pay the agent too. They don't do it for free. They don't. No, they take a commission of everything that you take, and it sucks because like this one is stable, and you'll make a monthly paycheck that's probably enough to live. But like studios lay off all the time. You might have to work on stuff that you don't particularly like working on. All that stuff. You're now a book illustrator. You can put that on your resume. Yes, I can. One of the jobs I would love to be is like a talent management. You should, Chris. Since I love working in the event space and working with talent really came natural to me. Hell yeah. How would you like to lose? We ball freelance agent studio. The thing is, like, you can freelance as an agent, and also like these two can go together, right? But these two are kind of antithetical to each other because we ball is not structured freelance. Hi, Felix. We ball is kind of like you're kind of like just dipping your toe in like 5 different things and you're trying to make pennies, right? But where like structured freelance, you have an intention. You're like, I'm going to go to a convention and I'm going to try and turn a profit. You know, I'm going to go to a bunch of conventions. I'm going to have proxies, you know, I'm going to hire like an assistant if I make enough money. I'm going to take commissions. We're going to have like the Patreon. We're going to have the Kickstarters for big projects. We're going to be making things. And you're like, I'm making my TikToks and you're really putting in the time. See, the problem with both of say like you get like a job, right? Like your agent gets you like, you know, I'm trying to think of something like a book. I don't care if you want to talk about it being written or illustrated, whatever rule on this book, because there's probably not a musical component of this book. So anyone who's into music, you're not part of this example anymore. If you want this, like this is a lot of work. There's some people spend a year or more, like usually about like 6 to 10 months illustrating like a kid's book. Hi Felix. So you're doing about like half a year of time for 10K, which sounds great when you don't make any money from it, but like, oh god, no, you're gonna turn off my computer. Oh my god, stop that. But oh my gosh. So you have to like spend 6 months making nothing, where this one is you're kind of doing everything. Like this one is gonna do all your marketing for you, typically. Not really, but kind of. You know, it's gonna be like on a bookshelf and probably in some libraries, and there might be like an ad for it, and it'll exist until it stops existing, you know? Where this one, you have to do everything yourself. You know, you are your marketer, you are the artist, you are the person doing all the customer service, you know? Where this one is kind of like, that book, I really liked it. My favorite blurble online did the illustrations. When does it release? And then some unpaid intern is replying to the stuff that it's owned by the publishing house and stuff. And you also have people who look over it. This one, if you're like, I want to make a book, you're like, oh, you need to like find beta readers and someone to, if you don't draw, someone to make the cover, and finding like self-publishing routes, and how do you get enough interest. If you want to like print it and ship it yourself, you have to like maybe fund a Kickstarter or take out a fucking bank loan and stuff. Also, on top of the talent, you need to grow everything. You need so much luck on top of it as well. Yeah, and you know what? This shit gets worse when you factor in the word niche, okay? If you have a special interest that is not fit into like the general mainstream appeal, you fucked yourself financially, you know? Like, I think a good example of like the niche right now is like if you want to like make a book or something. Romantasy is like the big one. But say you want to be like, you know, what's something that doesn't really sell right now? What's something that's not really in? I don't know, like all the literary fiction and shit like that. Like the shit that's like normally no one wants to read, but then when the people read it, they're like, oh my god, like if you're like, I really like literary fiction, and that's what I want to write. And then you're like, poor forever. More money probable with romantasy, right? Like, and that's the shitty part. Like, and it takes, what the heck does literary fiction even mean? It's kind of like it's meant to be, what is the actual definition of literary fiction? Literary fiction. It is a category of storytelling that prioritizes deep character development, thematic depth, and artistic prose over a fast-paced plot. So a lot of the books that like high schools make you read in like, you know, your English class were technically at their time literary fiction. Like The Great Gatsby, when it came out, was literary fiction. They're supposed to be like books that are challenging to read and aren't like conventional to like conventional methods, right? Of like storytelling. And they're it's kind of like the weirdos, you know? It's like in music, you have like you have like the typical song structure is like verse, chorus, bridge, final chorus, and then like a reprise or something like that. So it's called like an A B C B structure. Like that's literally what it is. And we're kind of killing the C, so it's just kind of like A B B B, you know, because we don't have bridges and breakdowns anymore in modern music. But if you take like a concept album of like music, you might have A, B, C, D. Maybe we return back to A, but then we're moving. What's the letter after D? E. And then we're going to B, and then we got an F in there, and the song ends up being like 20 minutes. This one appeals to a mass audience for the most part. The structure, at least, is familiar. This is niche. This is what I like. This is the kind of music that I like. You know, most people, like, maybe there'll be like a different thing in there sometimes, but typically, you know, a lot of people don't like long songs. A lot of people don't like things that are difficult to listen to. I love that shit, okay? You send me something that sounds funky, I'm so happy to listen to it. And then you do the same chorus in the end, but half a semitone up, and then you got the Eurovision song. Yeah! Yeah. We're like, I think music is the best one to kind of like describe that, because you have music that's like meant to hook you immediately. You know, like pop songs that are supposed to be like fun and uplifting. Even if you like, when you start dissecting the lyrics of shit like Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. That song makes no fucking sense, okay? What don't you want that way, okay? Like, but everyone loves it. You know, everyone loves, you know, that song. Maybe not everybody, but like everyone knows it. And, you know, during the 2000s, people probably were partying to that song. Or it was like, oh, it's my song with my partner, you know? But nobody is like, Window of the Waking Mind is my favorite shit, you know, like, oh, I totally, like, shake my ass on the dance floor to fucking Dragon song, you know? People still party to it, yeah? And it's like, I don't know why I said Dragon song, but, like, you know, like, do you shake your ass in the parking lot, though? My ass shakes when I walk, so technically, yes, all the time. Speaking of, I got the biggest compliment from Jess the other day. And this entire flowchart is just to say that being creative sucks unless you get a studio job. And even like being a touring musician is not sustainable. Like a long fall, the booty shaking, yeah. 14 Music was not a good example. 14 Music is an example of this, but you've put it on loop about 4 times, so it becomes a 10-minute track. Thank you, Soken. We got a weird questions you should ask your significant other, and it was like, what is one thing I do you think is so awesome that I don't realize it? And she was like, the way you're able to find the perfect music for any given thing is so awesome. Oh my god! That's so nice. That's so nice. Oh my god. I don't remember how we got here, but one of the biggest, I was like, can you think so? Oh my god, I can pick the perfect soundtrack for our lives. That's so cute. I love it. I love it. That's adorable. One of the big like niche things that I love to talk about is like I like Camelot. Okay, I like Camelot a lot. The music makes me very happy. I know it's not a lot of people's vibes. It's a niche. It's right, like gothic symphonic metal is like a niche of a niche of a niche, right? Like it's very like, you have metal, and then you have symphonic metal, which is a niche of another niche, and then you have gothic symphonic metal, which is another niche, okay? And the guy who sings for Camelot, he spent 20 years as a full-time firefighter while being the main vocalist for 2 bands, technically 3-ish, not really the third one's a music project, and he only from 2000 to today, he's only been able to sustain himself off of music in the last 3 years. So it's like, you could be doing everything to, like, you could be pristine, you could be amazing, but you could end up with your ass down here in the section that you're like, I really love this thing, but nobody pays for this thing. Like, I am the niche of the niche and the niche, but this makes me happy, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make this happen, you know? Vlog station. Hey, Riley, how are you? Why? Anyways. Yeah. So this is the shitty part about being... This is the shitty part about being a creative. Man-O-War sucks. I've never heard Man-O-War, but I could put that on my list. Oh, Man-O-War stocks. Fucks. Why I read sucks? Fuck! Stonks. Stonks. I am good, how are you? I am alright. I am alright. We're talking about how it sucks to be creative of any kind and try and make money off of it. For anybody, these are probably your best too, because freelance has potential, and this has potential for stability, but you're gonna have to find a job every couple of years. Being an artist is tough. Being like anything creative is tough. It sucks. Godspeed. This one is if you're strong, but they're not like, these two aren't like different. Like you're grinding for a studio, or this one is like you're grinding for yourself. You can also burn yourself out, hate what you're doing, and also make the money from it. Yeah, that's in the Weeball section. That's Weeball, okay? That's actually Weeball does not involve the music. That's Weeball. Weeball, because we don't want. Some people can ball, you know. Some people can do it. Most people can't. You know, that happened to me in graphic design. You unfortunately want structure. You want a plan. You want a goal. And you want to focus on something specific, right? Anyways, this is my way to tell you to go play more Octopath Zero because you need to experience the song Bestower of Despair in context, so I won't spoil it. Oh, I do need to play more Octopath. I do. Because it's like, the freelance works, right? Like personal freelance works for people because people have either found a style that doesn't hurt them to keep doing ad nauseum. So like, I'm trying to think of someone that isn't Sakimi-chan. She doesn't do commissions, I think. But like, a lot of artists have like a definitive way that they're gonna draw something, and if they can find like a template on how you do something, like if you're like, they will only be like this kind of color scheme always and always this kind of thing, then you can kind of like replicate that as long as it doesn't kill your soul to do it, you know. And then you create something that people see and they want and they can get, right? And then you sell that, or you like just present. The unfortunate part is like, we were talking about it in a Discord I'm in today when I woke up, but unfortunately one of the most effective ways to get people to give a shit about your thing is to present it well, but also make something that is the most authentic version of you. And I think the best example of that is Shilin. Shilin does not give a fuck. She is only going to draw what she wants, and she has made her entire living off of just drawing two lesbians very decoratively. And it doesn't matter if it's good. She's so real for the there's no like, do people like this? It's, do I like this? We have a hot take, but we really need universal basic so that people can do creative things without worrying about making art that sells. That's so true, but unfortunately, we do not. And unfortunately, creatives are unfortunately suck because people don't. There's if you ever read it, there's a book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, and the preface before she actually starts getting into the talking of the context of the book is that is the undervaluing of like creative things. Like this is a tiny offshoot off of what I'm going to talk about, but Brandon Sanderson's lectures always start with like, he talks about when he tells people that he's writing a novel, especially when he was younger, and the first thing that they would ask is, when's it going to be published and how many books are you going to sell? But like, if you play like a sport as like a hobby or something, nobody asks you when you're going to go pro. They just kind of ask you if you won or not, or like, how's it going? And it's like anything that you do creatively, people scrutinize it like it needs to make money. And like, maybe that is the goal. You know, the goal is probably to make money to some extent, whether that's like, I want my entire like home paid off because of my books, or I would like to be able to buy more books by selling my books, you know? Everyone like exists on a different scale of where they want to be with whatever creative thing they're doing. But in the book, in the Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards, her preface is all about how like, instead of like encouraging children to be creative, it ends up being encourage children to be logical thinkers who can problem solve just logical problems and pattern recognition ad nauseum. And so then half of your brain is really good at like visually identifying things and seeing things creatively, and we kind of don't use that at all. And she has some like statistics in there about like children in school giving more like creative freedom about how their like entire grades rise and stuff like that, where like people who have that like ripped away from them, they usually struggle a little bit. But I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly, but it's the entire like the pre-word of the novel of this textbook is all about like the American education system ripping away creativity and like undervaluing it in terms of like music or creative writing or just art or whatever. There used to be back in ancient Greece, and the more I think about it, we need to take some of what they did, not all of it, and put it into nowadays culture. Why you don't make money? How many exploit labor if they make money, right? Yeah, it's the real unfortunate part where it's like, if you're a creative online, like, not even just online, if you fall into any of these three categories, you probably need a job that isn't art. You probably need a job. And that's the unfortunate part. No, I have a hot take though. I think if you fall into these two, especially if you're doing art, if you fall into freelance or Weeball, you should have worked a job. Some kind of customer-facing job. And this may be a hot take for me, but there are so many dog shit artists who can't do customer service. Okay? And this goes into, they are really bad at messaging their customers who are giving them money as a service or delivering things or just anything that is involved in being a business, okay? And that is my hot take. These two, you should work, you should apply to your local retail something, and specifically for like 6 months or something, who gives a shit about the company? Just try and be the best customer service little darling ever, and then quit. Who gives a shit about their profits? You're there for experience on their ends if you don't plan to stay. But you need to know how to interact with people and actually be customer facing. Do things that logically support our system, and if you don't, we find a way to exploit your poverty, indenture you, or get every last dollar from your sickness. It's involuntary. Yes. Diamond doesn't somebody out there. My friend has been waiting 3 years for art and for the Harry Fox, right? It's crazy. It's crazy that like you're a business, and I'm sorry that it sucks to say it that way, but when you start taking commissions, you become a business. And when people just kind of like pop up and they're like, I want to do art so I can do commissions. It's like, okay, but like, are you prepared to be a business? Because essentially that's what you're doing. It's taxable in most countries. You're gonna have to report on your taxes unless you're not making enough money to even need to report taxes. But you are taking somebody's money for a product that you are making them. and you need to deliver the product. Like, this isn't just a fun little tiki thing. If you're gonna just do it for fun little tiki, just do it for free. Like, just take people's requests. Like, I'm not saying work for free always, but like if you're not going to deliver it, then just don't involve people working for their money to then give to you that you're not going to deliver them. And like, I know people don't go into intentionally as a scam, but there are a lot of artists who unfortunately end up falling into the I'm going to end up scamming people. There's this one fucking artist that I follow specifically for their art, but their personality is like the absolute fucking abysmal thing I've ever witnessed. That's crazy. I think like there is certain leeway. Like, some things are gonna take longer than others, right? And sometimes like health issues happen and things happen that make it take longer. But the problem is so many things happen and then artists just don't tell anybody. Like, they don't tell the people that they owe things to. And I know that it feels like this big mountain of like things that you have to do, but you accepted that responsibility by taking their money. So either you give it back or you unfortunately have to deliver. And those are the very two simple answers. And like, there's obviously like, oh, you physically cannot because of medical problems, but like, you took their money, you agreed to do it, and you didn't. Just as commissioned this artist, and they have been very, very patiently waiting, the artist says, I might take a while on this commission due to work. They're still pumping out self-centered art on their socials and still haven't heard anything on Jess's commission. And low-key, I'm like, why are you opening commissions and taking money when you're just not gonna? Yeah, and a lot of people, like, it's very polite of like the commissioner themselves to be like, okay, I paid you this money and you haven't delivered and it's been X amount. I paid for a commission 2 years ago and I asked for an update and like, they sent me what looked like a finished piece. And like, I liked it, and they were like, I'm not done yet. And I've sat here being like, do I ask them? Is it done? I ordered it from them in March of 2024. And they accepted my commission. I paid them right away. And I got what looks like a finished piece back, but they were like, it's not done. And I'm like, And I asked them after 6 months when they opened commissions again, and I'm like, Okay, gym time, see you later. All right, have good gym time. Thanks for hanging out for my presentation. I hope you liked the presentation. I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's go to a real art. And I know like a lot of people don't like to talk about, this was brilliant. I know, like, it makes people, like, uncomfortable. Like, people don't want to talk about money. They don't want to talk about the unfortunate capitalistic side of it, right? Please clip this rant. Twitch, clip that. But it's like, we unfortunately live amongst capitalism and in capitalist society. And if you want to make it your income and your living, there is always the, like, I wish it wasn't like this, but you can't kind of live off of like, I wish it wasn't this, and like reject the reality that we do live in it. Like, you can work to change it. I'm not sure how successful that would be. That seems like something like superheroes could do to like destroy capitalism, but I feel like you're more so just kind of hurting yourself and other people. Everyone has to make a living, unfortunately. Yeah. The thing is that the living is stupid, right? Like people are like, oh, these people need to get a job or whatever. But like, if you spend your time volunteering, are you not like contributing to your community and society, but you're not making any money from it, but you aren't deemed worthy of an income because it's volunteering? And then you should get a job. Like, I don't understand that aspect, I think. Because it's just so, like, heavily propositioned to, like, companies. Where, like, if I volunteer at an animal shelter, I'm saving animal lives. Big emphasis on making the living, right? No one gives a shit if you're actually putting in work to do something. Especially if, like, that, like there's an argument to be made about like creative people who sit in their rooms all day and make things, and whatever, like, you can say that maybe it's not benefiting society anyway, whatever. But like, if you're actively like, oh, I volunteered at a food kitchen, or a shelter, or an animal shelter, or I pick up trash, you know, I clean up the community, or like anything that is like volunteered based work, you know, like I volunteered at events, I volunteer in my community. You're actively making your community a better place and engaging and helping your community more than I am. You know? But only one of these things are worth a livable quotation mark income. It was a beautiful presentation. Thank you. Maybe that'll become my YouTube video for the month. My impromptu Twitch presentation in the middle of my Deltarune spoilers. Right in front of my Deltarune spoilers, you had to talk about the economy and the life of being a creative and all this shit. For real though, some advice. Right in front of my proceed. Tangible advice is, I think, like, I'm just gonna say know yourself, I guess. And not in the terms of like, can you do it, and more of just how are you, what do you, like if I wanted to work in a studio, I would have to change how I draw. And like, are you willing to do that? Like, what one of those like 4 categories are you willing to do? And then like, if you're not willing to do it, why? Is the fun one. Because like, if you asked me like 4 years ago why I wouldn't want to get an agent for illustration, it would be, I would tell you because I don't want to, but internally it would be because I'm afraid. Like, that seems terrifying. But now I'd be like, oh, that's maybe something I should consider doing, you know? Seeing if some art agent person would take me on, you know, as a person. So I'm not sure how. Imagine being the lucky agent who gets the bookstore, and it wouldn't be lucky. I don't think anime is particularly sought after by whatever like art agents and stuff. It would be lucky. No, it would not be. Unfortunately. Most like art agents are gonna like be like, okay, I have this job that you might be good for, you know? It would be lucky. No. Because the thing with like art, like if you do like illustration with an agent, people want like names that they know. Like when it comes to like children's books and stuff, it's like, if you have a prestigious award, you'll probably be paid more, you know, and then the agent wants the people, it wants to like prioritize the people at the top, so then they get more of a percentage of like the commission, you know, because agents are doing it for the money too. They in that game for the money, right? You know. And when you get newly signed on to an agent, you have like pretty much no rep. You just have the rep that you have, right? Which, you know, probably isn't too great, you know, compared to like some other people. This is like a new agent or something, and then you probably aren't gonna get particularly good jobs right off the bat. Anyways, but yeah, it's all about climbing the perpetual ladder forever and ever and ever. Mm-hmm. Because again, like, being a book illustrator, like, there's people who do book covers, and then there's people who do, like, the interior illustrations and stuff. And typically a book cover is, like, a typical commission. You know, like, you'll be paid, like, X amount of money. And it depends on, like, the book, your own, like, rep within the space as an artist, how much you will be paid. And also the book itself, because sometimes, like, if it's like a traditionally published, the advance, like the publisher is typically taking on the cost of that, right? They're like finding the cover artist, or like whomsoever. There's somebody else finding the cover artist that is not the author usually, and they're making the cover. And then there's like the illustrator who gets like the manuscript, and then they'll be for children's books, they're typically like a page count. There's like a typical page count that it has to hit. And then each page has to be like illustrated. So usually it's like 30, I think it's like 30 to 40 something illustrations in a kid's book. So then you get paid, like, if you have to do like 30 illustrations or something, then you get like a total amount that you're gonna be paid for the whole thing. But it will be broken up into like smaller amounts. So like you'll get like maybe like 5,000 when you're done the sketches, and then like 5,000 when you've like hit like halfway, and then like the last bit if you have like a $15,000 contract when you're done them. Oh, you know, when you were talking about kids books taking 6 to 10 months to illustrate, I was thinking of those little picture books, so I was a bit confused. Oh yeah, I'm talking about like the little picture books. Like little picture kids books for like little kiddos, you know, where like every page is a picture. Those would take 6 to 10. Every page is a picture. So the other thing is that your sketches need to be approved, right? So like, you don't just like get the manuscript and you go, we ball, you know? You have to like be like, okay, I've done the sketches for the book. Here you go, art director, let me know. And then you get notes back, and like the author will give notes, and the director will give notes, and then you have to wait for that to come back, and then you have to make your adjustments, and then those have to get approved, and then, you know. But like some kids' books are like illustrated, like painted, like they're not all just like little graphic ducks, you know, like some of them are like actual like illustrated books. Stuff takes a long time. There's a podcast called 3 Point Perspective, and it's basically 3 children's book authors, and they talk about like illustration. Mostly like it starts out with like children's books illustrations, and then it goes into like more like being independent and like doing Kickstarters and like just like typical illustration stuff, and they interview like other illustrators and stuff, and most people spend like half a year on a book. So when you make like $10,000 to do a whole book, and it takes you like half a year, you know, you're not really making any money at the end of the day. But you unfortunately gotta kind of start somewhere, you know. Yeah, buddy? They got a triplet. Unfortunately, you don't get it tripled unless... you don't get it that high unless you become, like, you have a lot of books under your belt, and your agent can be like, look, this guy has done, like, 7 books. I think you should pay us $30,000. You know, or more, like depending on how well those books performed. If you're like, oh look, this one won that's a fancy award or it got nominated, and then you're like, you should give us like $50,000. Like some people get paid a lot, but like starting out, you're not really gonna make that much money, unfortunately. You have to get some books under your belt. And that's the problem, is like, you know, with anything, you unfortunately have to work your way. Like even being like a commission artist, like you have to build trust with people. If you have no trust, you can't ask people for like $10,000 for an illustration. That's an over exaggeration, but it's like, yeah. And then that's also the other thing, is like, I think, I'm not sure how to word this exactly, but it's like, you see somebody who's really good at something, right? And then you're like, oh, well, they do commissions, they have like, they make all this money, right? So like, you see like success from like your point of view, like someone who's where you want to be within reason. Like I don't mean like people at like the very top, but like people kind of in the middle. You're like, they're really good and they're better than I am, so they have to be making like $100,000 a year. And then you find out that they're making like minimum wage. they make just as much off their artwork as they would working a full-time entry-level job, and that just sucks. The reality of being a creative sucks, unfortunately. The reality of being a creative is harsh. Unfortunately, it's very harsh. Yes. Because you gotta figure out, like I was talking about it just before I started streaming with some like webcomic people, and it's like you gotta figure out like we're doing another presentation. This is my presentation stream. So you gotta like figure out like what you want to do, and that's hard when you're like. When you could like be like, I want to do all this stuff, right? You're like, these are all like things that you want to do, you know. And it could be like, I want to make, you know, like I want to like write and illustrate my own book. That could be like number one. Or I want to make a comic. I want to have series of illustrations. I want to design characters for people. I want to do pixel art. I want to create like motion graphics. I want to make my own visual novel with its own little story, and I want to make merch, like stickers. I want to make shirts. I want to make YouTube videos, and I want to stream, and I want to, and you just keep adding to the list, right? And feasibly, you can't do all of them, but there's probably like 3 of them that when you like think about it, you're like, I couldn't live without like these 3. And then maybe they're related somehow. Like maybe at the end of the day, they're all like storytelling, and then of some sort, like a book or a visual novel, or like a series of illustrations that tell some kind of story. And you're like, okay, I really like making stories. So then you have to be like, what kind of stories? What kind of things? And then you kind of gotta like know yourself Like, do you have if you have self-discipline, you can go this side where you like make a schedule. If you don't, then perhaps you need to consider someone who make a schedule for you. So like agent, studio kind of thing. Though you probably won't make what you want. Make schedule, structure, make thing, treat like job. I don't know if this is actually... I wasn't prepared for this presentation, but then this is like my thing. That's me. Always. And then you kind of like make thing. That's me. If you can like get past this gatekeeper, right? Like this is the gatekeeper for this. You have to be able to make a schedule, probably stick to a schedule, have discipline, treat it like a job. And then this one is like, this one makes your schedule for you. Like there'll be like deadlines at Friday for whatever thing, you know? you better get this done by Friday at noon, my time, not your time. For checks and stuff like that. And then the thing is made or / making. And then it's like made thing I'm a part of. And that's kind of like the difference, like knowing you as a person and where you can fit in. And these are kind of like diametrically opposed, unfortunately. But these are your gatekeepers. So like you have, each side has a gatekeeper and they're both difficult depending on who you are as a person. Like my ass is really good at this shit, like to a detriment. Schedule, structure, and treating the things that I want to do like I'm on a fucking warpath. Like but I'm not very agents are scary a little bit, and so are professional people, you know, they're a little spooky. And also I kind of lose steam on this part when I have to make something that doesn't resonate with me. Like if someone's like, draw cute chibis, you know, for like the next 7 months, I would be like, where's my drama? Where's my lighting? You know? Where's my depression? I need it. Where's the theatrics, the cinema, you know? And I'd be like, Evie, I did the thing. And then you kind of just keep going back. But here it's like, okay, mission 7 months of cheapies, oh my god. I'd probably decline it just on the fact that I wouldn't want to do that. But this is like, we were talking about it today, and it's like, this is really satisfying. Like, I just want to mention, like, even if make no money or not as much money off of this, there's a complete stark difference between how I view like the reception of my artwork between now and like a few years ago. Like I would make something and I would post it and I'd be like, God, why don't more people like it? Oh my god, like, oh my god, why don't more people like it? Like, it was kind of like a never-ending treadmill of like why. But then like I dropped the shit from like last week, the big boss fight thing of Soren, and people liked it a lot. Like I got a lot of positive feedback. And it's like, oh my god, like I was like, I was so excited to post it, and like people liked it. Maybe not as, and it's like more people liked it than people liked my old artwork, and it's like, holy shit, and it feels way better. And it's just like you're pulling people into like your own little world, and I like that. I like that part of it. So I don't think I could thrive on this side. Like I think I could do it, like because I'd like already kind of like work a job that I hate. But I think this part, this one would hurt me a bit more because I'd be doing stuff that people don't want like that. I don't personally find in like it's for the money, right? It's for the money, or like I have a hard time like sometimes vibing with other people's vision. Like sometimes there's like the congruent nature of when you like get, and usually that's what an agent is going to do. They're going to try and find you things that fit with you. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, this dumbass who likes colorful drama, you know, and edgy shit is going to do like a story about an elephant and a lion in the zoo. Oh, well, you know, maybe. I could do the left if I was making money. Unfortunately, oh wait, no, the left. Sorry, I can't. The thing with the left is like, this part is like the gatekeeper, right? Like, if you're writing, it's like well, you need an agent for the most part, but like the publisher. But publishers can be appeased, right? And you can kind of take this part for it. I watched an interview with, I don't remember what publishing house it is, but there was the CEO of like a big publishing house, and they talked about how like obviously they do trends, and that publishing house itself wasn't like venture capitalist, so they would like take a book if they thought the book could make some form of profit, like if it could like make its advance back. Like that was pretty much the goal, was to like take books that they were confident in that could make the money back. So it wasn't like, oh, they're like searching for a trend right now, or they're gonna like take as many books as possible because they have like that one book making billions of dollars at the top that like pays for all the other ones. I guess the music industry is very much like that. But like this would be the gatekeeper, right? So you need like an agent to hit the publisher. Well, the agent is the first. There's two steps in this way if you're like writing books, which is like you got to get the agent, and then the agent's got to get to the publisher, and then you sell a book, and then you make, and then you're kind of like you're going left, and then you're kind of going this way a little bit. You've looped the album. Yeah, that's fine. You're doing a zigzag. You're zigging the zag. I was thinking about artwork. There isn't really an easy way to zigzag on the art side of this. Emma found the cheat code. But yeah, that's... And I think just in the know yourself, it unfortunately involves the word genre and audience. Like, what things do you want to write about? What age group / demographic do you want to write for? And like the specific genre doesn't mean anything, but it also means everything at the same time. Because it's like, you know, it's kind of how you pitch it, you know? Like if you're like, I'm writing a story about people doing things with flowers and running a flower shop, and it's really happy, you know, it could, you know, like that's its own genre of thing. But then there's also depressed people running a flower shop, which would be like my thing, you know? That's a different genre, and that's for different people. You got the happy flower shop, and you got the depressed flower shop, and maybe one's just cozy fantasy fiction, and the other one is a depressive introspective of the psychology of working a job that you hate, and that would be like mine. You know, that's for two different people. And it's like, which genre do you want to write for, and whom do you wish to write for? And like, not like the specific people, but like, what kind of people like the things that I like, so I can write about them, write about those, and then also find them and know whom's. If that makes, I don't know if that makes sense. Let's go back to actually drawing. This has been my presentation stream. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. My yapping. They're good presentations. I should make YouTube videos. Come for the art, stay for the yaps. Let me talk to you about the state of being a creative in 2026. It's bleak, but you can do it. It just takes a lot of work. We watched the heck out of your YouTube video. Hell yeah, let's go. It's time to put that down on the list of videos to make in the future. I kind of lost the plot on like the know yourself bit, but like the know yourself bit is also kind of like, how do you like to work kind of thing. Like, I like sketching multiple times. Like, I'm struggling right now. Brain is not working, but like, I like to create like a document for like everything that I'm going to draw in my Milanote board, and I have like text, the text of which like I like listening to music. When I listen to music and like sometimes there's like a line or something and I'm like, holy fuck, that gives me like 7 ideas, and I'm like, okay, I'll write down those ideas in my Milanote board, and then I'll try and find like some images that match the vibes of whichever one I'm going for, and then I kind of like sketch them out. Like this piece originally, like there's another one. Like there's also is this, yeah, so there's this one too, and then there's this one, and then there's a bunch of them, and like I had like one text prompt and freedom, and I was like, holy fuck. Like, I don't know if Chris is still here, but Chris's commission gave me the biggest brainworms. I ripped out my sketchbook. I have like pages and pages of just pencil drawings of possible compositions that were just iterated on the same idea, the same point. Some of them like focused more on like one character than the other, but I was like, holy shit, this brain exploded. With ideas and stuff. And it was so good. I need more people to commission me like that. But it's like there's a difference between like a commission that you want to do and like there's like a commission that you have to do, you know? Like some work is by its nature just going to be like monotonous, methodical, like you're just doing the process. Even like when I'm working on my comics, some of the events aren't exactly things that like make my brain go burr, you know, but some of the like and I'm not like as passionate about it, but then like you hit those spots and you're like, oh yes, I have been unleashed. The mood, the drama, everything that makes me happy. The angst. One of my favorite artists got commissioned to draw their own characters, and I was like, holy fuck, what a W. What a win. That happened to me once on DeviantArt. I remember when I would do like point requests and stuff. I remember someone was like, just draw your own character. And I was like, what the fuck? Never happened since. No one has paid me to draw my own characters yet. And I'm putting a big emphasis on the word yet. It will happen one day, and when I die on my tombstone, if it never happens, please just write, she's still waiting for that commission. I think I would like there's just something like crazy about like certain things when you can like, if someone was like draw like 5.3 in Shadowbringers however you want with Graha, I think I would explode, because I would be like, there's like, I love patch 5.3 so much. I love everything that happened in there. And if someone just gave me like what Chris did to me, which was the weird route in chapter 5, however you want, just make it color, like just hit those colors good. I was like, oh, I couldn't do that. Oh, that's the shit I live for. And it's like, those kind of things that you like absolutely want to do, they don't feel like work. So then when you're like, oh wow, this is only like this amount of money, but I have dropped like so much time into this. I think one thing I've been trying to do for my commissions this year is like, I think I took sorry, my phone just vibrated. I took things too literally. Like, I would be like, this is exactly what they want, and I will not deviate from that thought, you know? So I would kind of like lock myself into kind of like the most, I'm not gonna say default, but like safe things. Like these are the colors. They must have those colors. This must be correct and stuff. And it's not like I think that it doesn't need to be correct anymore, but it's like, I can take some liberties. Like, someone's coming to me for my artwork, so I need to, like, make it mine. And even if, like... And this is an awful business model. This is awful business model, so don't use this. Even if I have to, like, make it more than they paid for, sometimes that's better for me in the long run than, and maybe it's better for them than just being like, well, you only paid for a headshot, or like you only paid for this. It's like that like liberty bit of it, like the creative liberty bit, not like liberty like freedom, like we're playing what's that game? Helldivers? Yeah. But like, I did a commission for Jez last month or 2 months ago, something like that. No, it was 2 months ago. It was in May, and she paid for a headshot. She got way more. I was like, I had a vision when she sent me the commission request, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, all you're asking for is a headshot, so I'll charge you that amount. But then I started sketching it, and then it started getting bigger and bigger, and I'm like, oh, it looked really cool like this, and then like if it had like this. So she got more than a half body out of me because I was like, this is what you're gonna get, and as long as you like it, you know, there's always that bit where it's like, you gotta like it. And, you know, if I go, oh, this thing, and I was like, you know, I was the one who went a little overboard, so, free upgrade, who says no to that, right? Hello, Flowery, the human Deltarune, how are you? Hello, welcome. Yeah, so like that's a terrible business model. It's a terrible business model, and anyone taking notes probably don't do that, but maybe But there's some commissions that I've done before that I've been like, like some of them have been like not like awful, but like the bit of like the artwork that I want to do is just not here, you know, because I'm trying to like make it safe and stuff, and then I like I don't think I've ever been proud of a commission until like recently. I'm saying San Francisco. That's fantastic. I hope you eat glue. But it's like, it also depends on like what you want to do, right? Like, because for me, it's like the mood. There's like the mood. There's like the storytelling within like the piece of artwork, and that gets me like way more like mood, atmosphere, and like the storytelling within it feels to me way more important than like character detail. I don't know if that makes sense, because like if we take like a Honkai character or stuff, like if you're like, I'm gonna draw this piece with like Kafka or something, her outfit is fucking detailed, but does the detail in her outfit matter if you could identify that one, it's Kafka, and two, now there's like something happening? Like it doesn't matter if you didn't get all the layers of her shirt right, or like the crosses on her whatever the shorts, right? Because something's happening, and so those like overwhelming character details aren't like super big. I don't know if that makes sense. I know there's certain things that are important to like certain people, but to me it's like the narrative, the mood, the way it, the clarity is like way more important to me as an artist than the technical detail of characters. Ooh, sunfish. Look at that fish in the sun. But everyone's different. Everyone has like their own different things, right? Like, which makes the online art community and like every creative community like so fun. Like, because there's always like, everyone's like so staunchly in their corner. I hate reading somebody and the first line is like, as an artist, I think this. And it's like, everyone in this conversation is basically an artist, honey, okay? I've probably done it too, but like, oh, it's like when people give writing advice and they're like, as a writer, actually, and it's and like none of us are getting paid a living wage, okay? Like, as a photographer who takes silly photos. Yes. And it's also like why a lot of like, there's a lot of like good advice online, but then there's also like a lot of advice that's not good for you. And sometimes it's like, some advice can be like the advice that you need, but worded in a way that doesn't make sense to you as a person, or doesn't like vibe with you as a person. And those are like two different things, right? Like it's like, if you're like, what would be an example in art? I'm not sure. I guess one thing that me and Violet talked about the other day, where it's like, draw the effect, not the object, or whatever. And to me, the word effect doesn't make sense. Because like, to me, effect is like, it's like, you know, when you add, like, it's like adding a filter, like chromatic aberration, or like, you know, the particles, or like Fresnel effect and stuff like that. Like, there's like visual effects and visual things that happen, and I'm like, what do you mean draw the effect and not the object? The effects happen upon the objects. But it's more like the implied detail of something instead of the actual detail, and saying it that way makes more sense to me, but to her, the effect and not the object had the exact opposite, where like to her that made more sense, where to me it's like implied detail over like all the detail. And sometimes you just need somebody to like come up and say it in the most wacky, weird way, and then you're like, oh, it was that all along, you know? Which is hard, because sometimes you need like a wacky, weird person on the same wavelength as you to explain it in the wackiest, weirdest way, but that's not somebody that you know, and you have to go find like, there's like 1,000 people, and you gotta find that one guy who's wacky and weird on the same wacky and weird wavelength as you are for this very one specific thing, and sometimes that shit sucks. Like, I spent so many years just trying to, like, get feedback on my artwork that was, like, constructive because I felt stuck. I was like, the fuck am I doing? The fuck, what's wrong with it other than faces? What's wrong with it other than my fucking faces? And then it was just like, oh, I paid all this money and got a mentorship, and he just diagnosed my issues so fast. And I'm like, why the fuck can't people online do that? You know? Because it's like, not once did anybody ever like ask me what my goals were, you know, or like take into account what I wanted to do. It was always like, oh, well, if you just move this slightly over because this part looks a little weird, and that, and then this, and then I'm actually gonna move this over a little bit, I think. That was like all the advice I ever got. And I know it's hard to give advice, but it's like, I was like begging. And maybe I just didn't ask the right people, which is probably essentially that. But like, I was like banging my head against a wall, just trying to like find that one thing, and it was within paying somebody to look at my artwork. This has been a lot of fun, but it's time for dinner. Have good dinner. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I didn't get any art done today. I just presented an entire fucking presentation. Oh my god. What a day. Oh my god. Let's get some work done. Let's stop yapping. Let's stop yapping about creatives, because we need to be creative right now. Die, bot! AI viewers? Disgusting? Disgusting! AI viewers. Not even a bot. AI viewers. Get out of here. Okay, I need to take this off. Just to look at my sketch a little bit sketchier. I think she's too wide. She's kind of petite, so. gonna do another sketch to do Chris on instead, but I need to turn my fan on a little bit. I gotta let it out toasty in my room. I put a sweater on when I got up. A little bit of airflow, a little bit of flowing air. I need to fix this hand as well. Like that's not a very good hand. That's why we do another sketch. That's why we do another sketch. We sketch on top of the sketch. I think maybe if I paint the eye and don't give it like liner, I think that might also look cooler. That might be an idea. I think it just like peeking through the hair would be a lot more like interesting than like actually drawing the eye. Like spooky red eye. Spooky! I think we're gonna abandon that bit. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by Discord. Oh no. I cannot contain the yap today. I didn't sleep very well. I woke up a few times. And I maybe just being sleepy unleashes the yap. I'm not sure. You look up a reference for like a reaching hand or something. Reaching hand. Ooh, that one might look menacing. Let me just. Oh. Okay. Okay, I was like, the name of this thing sounded like it was AI, but it was not. Thank God. Ba, 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 okay, I want to. Perfect. Alright. Referencing is fun. I want reaching. Oh, wait, what? Does Noelle have fingers, or does Noelle have like hooves? Fuck! Actually. Let me go look. We'll draw her with fingers. Okay, she's gonna keep her fingers. Perfect. Okay. Some people only draw with 3 fingers though, but that's like cartooning, you know? A box. Omnis Prognostics is such a good song. Oh my gosh. It's so weird, like this finger going into like this one. Hands are so weird. They're like aliens. That looks so bad, actually. I think I'm just going to. This one's too thin. Turn the sketch off just so I can see it a bit better. There's not just stuff in the way. Hand! How are you, Riley, by the way? How have you been? How's it been going? We reaching with the hand. Do you need a hand? Can I really hand it to you? I got home and cut up a watermelon. Hell yeah, I mean, I'm gonna assume your weather is kind of similar to ours. Today is a good day to just chill. It's so like, I'm so tired of the heat. I'm so glad the smoke is gone, the heat is gone for like today. It's comfortable. Yeah, but we didn't get all the crazy smoke. Oh, that's so good. That's good. We had quite a bit of it, as I'm sure you're aware of. My mom sent a video and it seemed nuts. Yeah. It's so weird because, like, we never had smoke here, you know? Like, I remember growing up and there was never, like, smoke. And the last few years it's been, like, wildfires. I remember being, like, I have a friend in Alberta and the first, like, year or so that I knew her, I remember, like, hearing about, like, wildfires out west and stuff. Like, I never really paid attention to that as a kid, and then being like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, oh my god, that sounds so dangerous and bad. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then she's like, yeah, this happens every year. And I'm like, what? Shit don't happen over here. I know that I know. Remember the first time it happened before I left for Boston? Seems to be more common now. Yeah, it's like every year. Then you get a little bit. Last year it started a lot earlier. I don't know if it's a good thing. This year seems like the heat stayed away for a little bit, because I remember doing stuff like in early June last year and being like, oh my god, it's so warm and smoky. And now it's like mid-July-ish. Well, most of July has just been awful, like in terms of heat. But I also have like very low heat tolerance, bro. I hate the heat. But yeah. I can't imagine. I hate the pinky. I hate the pinky on this. Just put these fingers together. Just do it. Just do it. Hey Cecil, how are you? It was like 40 Celsius a couple weeks ago. I was dying. Yeah! Yeah, it sucked. Oh my god. And then here it was like humid, and then you had like the wildfire smoke on top of it. It was awful. Dying to heat again? Oh no. Well, I'm not. I'm sorry. Why live in hot place if don't like heat? Curious. No, this is looking bad. I need a reaching hand picture. Give me that. Give me that. No, that's Noel. Reaching hand. Ah, okay, maybe this would be. Yes. Okay. Is anything similar? Hit me with this one, but we make it smaller. Go for it. Perfect. It's the humidity really fucks it up, yeah. It's always the humidity, always. Well, not always, but like it still sucks. I'm glad you can't hear the record player on stream. I can't even hear it in this room. I didn't even know you had the record going. I went to Las Vegas last year and it was like 45 Celsius constantly, but it didn't suck as bad. Really interesting. My coworker goes to, well, she hasn't been in a while. I think she's going this year. She goes to Vegas. And she's always like, I love the heat in Vegas. And I'm like, oh, that seems way too warm, okay? Way too hot. Did you win though? Did you go gamble? I would expect you to be gambling in Vegas. Did you win? Did you win big monies? Or were you there for Evo? No humidity, so it's dry heat. You don't sweat until you get somewhere cooler. It just stockpiles. I did win $500 the first day I was there and used that for food. Oh, I did go to Evo. How was that? How was Evo? See, I struggle with gambling. Like, if I won $500, I'd probably be like, I could turn this into 1,000. And then I would, like, just lose it all, you know? Like, I'm that kind of person who's like, but we could go bigger. Bigger number, better person. You know? Like that kind of stuff. It was cool. Glad I got to do it finally. Hell yeah. Is it something that you would ever do again, or are you just kind of like, that was a fun one-time experience? If only Evo still had Ultimate Street Fighter 4 pensive wall pensive. I feel like I ruin everyone's messages by reading out the emote because my it shows up on stream, but my OBS chat it's written in plain text, and I'm like, BBTV betrayal. If it was like old Evos, for sure. This Evo felt like a convention more than a tournament, but I was there for Marvel vs. Capcom, which was a throwback game. Oh, okay, okay. The golden days are past, unfortunately. I don't really like the new management. Oh, okay, fair enough. I haven't really kept up with any of it. Like, I drew a picture of my someone I work with. His cat passed away, so I made him like I painted his cats, and I was like, I'll just do it for free because, you know, like, it's expensive. Animals are expensive especially when you have to like euthanize them and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do it for free. I was like, unless you want it in like a week, and then I would make you pay. And he gave me a Steam gift card, him and his wife, for doing it. And I was like, oh shit. And then Tara was like, maybe you should buy fighting game characters. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna fucking play any of them. I feel like I tried so many years in a row to go and it fell through. Traveling from Canada to the US sucks in terms of cost. Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Traveling sucks. And it's so expensive. Like, why is it gotta be so expensive to move from place to place? Not even permanently, just oh my gosh. I ended up just buying a friend Pal World, and then I bought a bunch of like really cheap games that look cute. And I was like, one day I'll play them. One day. One year I wanted to plan for Tara and I to go to Evo, but it was just too tough to plan, yeah. It was like Evo 2014. God damn. It feels like it would be cool to go to at least once, you know? Whenever I watch like Evo or like a tournament, I'm always like, yeah, fighting games are really cool. Yeah, they're so cool. And then I like open one for about 5 minutes and then I'm like, I got my fill. I'm like, oh god, they're so cool. There's lots of stuff to do there, so even if you aren't a tournament player, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember. I think it was like FanFest for 14. There was like what was it, like a venue cap, or like some of the presentations had like attendance caps or something. So instead of like attending the entire convention, people were like, we just went out into Vegas and we did stuff, you know. Vegas trip with your MMO buddies, you know? I'm gonna move these two closer together. I'm still like obsessed with the knuckle. Vegas is a very fun place. It better be. That's what everyone says, you know. Imagine living there. It'd be crazy. You're always living in the fun place. I'm sure it gets a little exhausting though. Oh wait, this was on its own layer, so I can move it up a little bit. Ooh, and then it like frames the eye better when I draw on the eye. Let's go. Okay. My sister-in-law lives there. It gets exhausting. I bet. Having a party 24/7. Gotta be exhausting. And perfect. So if I paint the eye, it'll be like right here, and it's gonna be like framed. Perfect. If it was cheaper to register, I would 100% go back this year. How much is it to register? $250 for early bird. Oh my gosh. Wait, so is that like, what do you mean register? Is that like for each game that you play, or is that like just to get like entry? Return to the building and enter one bracket. Oh gosh. Dang, imagine if you want to play multiple games. Oh my god. I honestly, I don't know what the additional cost for that would be, but holy shit. Some people are cool with that because I guess some people pay that for conventions, but like this isn't a convention. This is a fighting game tournament. Yeah. It's so funny because like, so there's a near concert in Toronto in February, and like the cheapest tickets right now are like 130 Canadian. But I'm going to a concert also in September, and it's 3 bands, and it was like $45. And I'm like, 6 hours-ish of music versus like the like 2 hours. You know? Used to be 40 to register for Evo back in the day when I wanted to go for Street Fighter 4. Holy shit. That is crazy. Guess it's like when you want to like make it bigger and better, kind of make it worse for just the people trying to do it for its like intended purpose, you know? Let's merge this down. Big concerts are insane now, yeah. I'm glad that the bands that I like are like niche, tiny, but they don't show up very often, but when they do, 3 of them come at the same time, and it's $40. I get one's like an orchestra, there's way more people involved, and it's in a hall. But man, shit's insane. I don't know, I guess Evo just seemed more corporate, at least compared to what I saw growing up. That's fair. And I mean, it's probably what happened, you know? It doesn't feel as special either when there's like one in all the time. Like, I don't, what was it like? There's like 10 or something? What was it? Like, the main event, this is Japan, Vegas, France, Singapore. There's one in Singapore. What was coming to be announced. So wasn't there something about there being like 10 of them or something? Sony owned Evo and then they sold off their shares to the Saudi government, yeah. Too many Evos, honestly. It prices out actual grassroots tournaments, yeah. It's like you have this like one event that's like annual and it's a big hype thing. But then it's like, oh, well, we're gonna do this like every month now. And it's like, oh. Vegas, France, Japan. Yeah, because then you like hit like, you have North America, you have Japan, you have like Asia, and you have Europe. I mean, maybe the Australians and people in South America are missing out. But like, I don't know, there's like, I don't know. It just, when you have too much of a good thing, it stops feeling as special, you know? I'm gonna get rid of the hands, now. I don't think I need them. Yeah, it's clearly about building a brand to build capital, yeah. And it's not about the, like, you know, fighting games, you know. It's not a grassroots thing made by people that do it because they love fighting games, yeah. Capitalism ruins so much stuff is what we've talked about all stream. Alright, line art time. Let's make some real line art for once. And it's just like you can always feel like the passion on things burning out that way, right? Like when it becomes incredibly corporate. And it's so hard because like it's such a like a good feeling when like you have like this community of people. When communities get too big, it sucks. Or when like, you know, it's like it stops feeling special and it just becomes about money, and you can kind of try and ignore the like money aspect of it, but it's like the whimsy is gone, the illusion is broken, the wizard has been revealed from behind the curtain. And obviously like running events like that, there's like, you know, it's like money makes it run, but like money isn't the sole objective, you know? And you can feel it, you know? You can see the corporate man behind the curtain being like, please, more money for us, please. The evil owners low-key got infiltrated by like tech bros and clout chasers, yeah. Sorry, the founders. They don't own shit anymore, yeah. They don't own shit, just like we don't own our video game. What a hellscape. I can't. Also, like, they built their brand on volunteers and free labor, so, yeah, anyways, it was fine, yeah. That's the thing, like, right? Like, because when something's... I don't want to be like, you get away with it, but, like, this entire thing comes together because of the community around this thing, right? And then it just becomes about grabbing money later when some corporate guy fucking buys it and it loses its intended purpose. Because then you start going like, well, the Saudi Arabia family owns entire cities. Why can't they pay these people, you know? And then the free labor bit starts being like, oh, They had a pretty awesome arcade section. Hell yeah. Any fighting game you could think of, whether it got an arcade release or not, was there. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. The next really big tournament I want to go to is Combo Breaker in Chicago. I'm sure that's going to be considerably cheaper for you to go to as well. Combo Breaker seems fun. You should go. I'm good. I don't think I'm like into fighting games enough to want to like be like, I'm gonna go to a tournament. Like right now I don't really play games. I don't play like 14 very much anymore. I log in to keep my house and from FC lead not to be stolen from me. And then like FanFest is on Saturday, so I'll probably log in and like run a dungeon or two and be like, yippee, I love Final Fantasy 14, and then I won't play it. I'm trying to spend more time drawing than playing games, and I've been having a fantastic time. My friends who want me to play games, like Chris really wants me to play Octopath Zero, they're like screaming at me like, please dumbass, just open a fucking game. I'm like, Clip Studio Paint, go burr. But yeah, I've been like, damn, I played through Endwalker and then started on Trail and decided it sucked and stopped. Oh, oh no. I finished Dawn Trail. I like Dawn Trail. I know a lot of people don't. But I like Dawn Trail. But I just like, I've been doing therapy, and I'm just like, I don't know, the things that I want to do, like working, and like the things that I want to do aren't like just playing games all day anymore. Like, I'm 30 now, I'm all grown up, you know? Not really, but there's things that I want to do, and right now it's just, I'm having more fun doing art than than playing games. So when I wake up and I'm like, oh yes, I get to work on this thing today, and I'm very excited. And then I'm like, maybe after like an hour or two, I'll go and like play Octopath, or I'll log into 14 and do roulettes. And then that never happens. Beach episode, expect Lamau. Let's go. We old as fuck. Yeah. Also, I'm gardening, and I have we started a record collection, and I have all these like markers and stuff that I should be using, and I like sleeping and watching true crime in bed now, so I just haven't been playing anything. I'm becoming like an actual adult. Record collecting fives, fuck yeah. We got a record player in like May. We have like a small little collection, except like I go to record stores and I'm like looking for music that I like, and I have to just order it because they don't have it here in like the physical stores whenever we go and look around. Also, I've just been listening to a metric ton of music for the last like year and a half. I basically took suggestions from any friend, any person, to put an artist on a list, and I would listen to their entire discography, minus like live albums, compilations, and like singles. It's fun to go to stores or flea markets and just pick up random vinyls. Yeah. I'm trying to like collect with like a collection that I like, you know, like that I want to listen to. So it's less like trying to just get a bunch and more just like very specific ones. For at least me. We started doing this thing where like every couple weeks or something we'll just have a day where like we don't use like it's like a tech-free day essentially. So when we wake up in the afternoon, we try and wake up like early-ish. So there's like a lot of time, and then when the sun goes down we can use our computers and our phones and stuff, but we have to spend like the day not like, I mean the record player is technically technology, but like no like internet. And it's been like freeing a little bit. Like it's like, oh, the world is so much smaller and everything is just like not as buzzing. I have a little garden on my balcony. My balcony has all these lights on it. I'm becoming like an outdoorsy person. My midlife crisis. Do you have Discogs account? I do not, no. I tried using it to find something, but it was all like CDs. And I was like, files, fucking use Amazon. So I pretty much just like whenever I get paid, I'm like, oh, I'll buy like this album on Amazon, like from like ones that I would like. It's a good way to track what specific releases you have and calculate your collection value. I just recently got an Angine Deltarune on vinyl, both of their EPs. That seems very France. France, ha 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 ha. They're from Quebec. Okay. Yeah, it's very French. You might have seen them in passing. Maybe. I am like, so I have this list of, it's a spreadsheet actually, and it has like 200 artists on it, and I am making amazing progress. I would mention there's a total of 217 artists on my list at the moment. There are some like ones that aren't in the total because I want to finish what is currently on it before adding the others. And I have done 191 artists, which is 1,204 albums. And basically all I did was I just, like, I would, like, add, like, artists that I liked that I'd never listened to the entire discography. Rush Fairway to Kings mentioned. I've listened to it. I've listened to all of Rush. And I would just be like, I would tell people, and then they'd be like, well, have you listened to this? And this person, and this person, and this person, and I'd just add it to the fucking list. And then I would, like, look on, like, subreddits for, like, genres that I like, and people would be like, these people. To remember. She's cooking right now, but, that's crazy. That's a long-ass song. Bro, I love people that make long-ass songs. I love fucking prog so much. I love opening an album and it's like, oh, this is like an hour, and then you like speed through like half of it. Oh, I've been given food. And then the last song is like 30, 40 minutes. Dude, headbanging can hurt so bad. That shit just fucks up your neck if you do it wrong. It sucks. Gotta get on Buckethead for long jams. There's a lot of like prog metal bands that just have really long songs. There was one guy, so there's this like Australian guy named Toe Hider. His name isn't actually Toe Hider. His name is Michael Mills, and he is like he's crazy. He's not very popular though because he's in a genre that's pretty niche. But his newest album is one song, and it's 47 minutes long, and it's called like, what is it? Let me just it's in the T's. I have little to no memory of these memories, and it's a 47-minute track, and it's the only song on the album. And it's great. He's very good. Dude, he's just one man making his prog metal. There was like, there's a band called Seventh Wonder, and they have an album called The Escapist, and it's like an hour and 7 minutes or something, and the last track is 30 minutes. A song called 3 Minute Warning, and it's 28 minutes long. I also love, like, through my like little music listening project, I've listened to like all of Pink Floyd, like all of it. And some of that shit was just weird. Like, why? There's just a fucking song where they're like, ah! Like, for like 3 minutes. Like, does anyone talk about that? Like, that shit's wild. Which Pink Floyd album is your favorite, and which one do you think is the best? Wait, 1 second. I gotta get to the piece. I think I like The Wall, and I don't know. I don't know which one I think is best. I mean, I know that everyone loves The Dark Side of the Moon. I thought I can't like think of anything on it because of the way that I'm doing all this music listening. Is like at the time I liked it. I gave it a big green. But there's so much dumb shit like that's on their albums, like in The Saucer Full of Secrets. That thing's stupid. Like my favorite is Metal, and I think the best one is Animals. I gave those both darker greens. I work on a green to red spectrum of colors, so like there's multiple greens of like how much I liked it, and then yellow is like average, and then when anything below that starts to enter like dislike territory. I hate showing people the list and they'll like look at like their like favorite thing, and then they'll be like, oh, but you didn't like it because I gave it like a yellow, and I'll be like, no, it was just okay. You know? To me it was just okay. I essentially just spend my entire shifts at work now because like I work by myself. I just listen to about like 4 albums every night, 4 to 5-ish. Very nice. I was listening to albums at work, but then I wasn't actually paying attention as much as I wanted to, so I had to make the switch to podcast. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm usually just doing like monotonous, repetitive work, so it's like I can just kind of listen and then like do my tasks. So I mean, sometimes like I space out, or like sometimes someone will come by with the floor cleaner and I can't actually hear the music anymore. But it's just basically the list is like whatever the fuck people want me to put on the list, I'll put on the list. Like as long as it's like a genuine like I'd like you to listen to this and not like this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's just like the most peaking noise ever, you know, like because it's kind of fun because it's like every album you learn a little bit of yourself, you know. It's like why, like, oh, if I think this is boring, why do I think it's boring, you know? And if I like this, why do I like this, you know? And I've learned a lot about my own music taste, and also a lot about like the music industry. I was re-listening to a lot of Wu-Tang Clan albums. I wasn't engaging with the art the way I wanted to. Crunching carrots. I want to try listening to a big list of jazz that I've collected, but I can't really focus on it while I'm at work, so I haven't really listened to any new albums. ADHD brain go burr. I think it's so funny though, because like like I mark off on my list because like one day the list will be finished. My list, because I work at it every day, and it's been a year. Well, not like well, if I don't work, I usually don't, but I should maybe try and listen to albums instead of the same thing. But I like mark off like artists that I want to re-listen to when I'm done. So there'll be like the re-listening list, so I could like appreciate them better, you know? I remember like Spotify, I remember, oh, what was it? I know, open my DMs with a friend. Spotify had like a mid-year thing or something. And I remember it told me how many songs I'd listened to. Yeah, 18,971. This was back in May. And I'm like, it's gonna go even bigger. She's been listening to a lot of Miles Davis, and Ryo Fukui, and Grover Washington. And Red Garland. I'm answering on her behalf because I can hear her in the kitchen. The classics, yeah. So we found Wine Light at a record store in town, in like the discount bin. It is the best, yeah. Get those discounts, especially when it's run by someone who just wants to get rid of a bunch of things indiscriminately. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff in there. Like, I think one was like, oh, is it like the trumpet collection? No, it was the trombone collection, and we thought about buying it. We had no idea what the fuck it was. In hindsight, we were like, oh, we should have got the trombone oh, the trombone trio. Okay, yeah. I was in Portland and found a milk crate full of hip-hop singles for like $20, so now I have a bunch of vinyl singles for Lil Wayne and DJ Khaled. That's amazing. I should probably wrap up soon. Oh my god. It's almost 7. I want to sit on my balcony because it's nice. It's nice outside. We're taking the cats out on the balcony, and they have enjoyed it. Also, my flowers need to be watered. Oh, I should probably stop soon. I'm gonna stop in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. No, you won't. Pop 8 more hours. I just got here. I gotta be at work in less than 8 hours. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ame. How are you? Imagine me streaming for 8 hours. That would be insane. Literally insane. Quitting your job is free. Trust. Oh my god. If only streaming could compensate my income, that would be the play. Chat, I need you guys to start paying me. Like, if each of you gave me like $500 every month, I could do this full time. I'm busy setting up VSonas on VGen to get stuff out there. Ooh, nice. So true. Yeah, so true. Best I can do is 6-7 streaming. I'll take it. Streamer will take what streamer can get. Streamer just trying to live. Streamer just... If streamer can pay for her therapy every month with art, that would be... that's a goal. Also, who needs a job when living off the grid only costs a cool $800K to get started? Exactly. And what if you just don't pay the $800K back? What are they gonna do? What are they really gonna do about it? Living out in the middle of nowhere. It sounds ideal until you have to get, until you're like, wow, I'd really like a sandwich. And then you're like, I don't have wheat. I don't have flour. I miss the convenience of being able to just go into a store and buy bread. I live in certain fishing villages on Lake Erie. Can attest that I prefer being in a city. That's so fair. I like living kind of where I live because it's small and not busy, but like I like going to Toronto and just being a tourist. Like, oh my god, the buildings are so tall. Oh my god, there's so many people everywhere. Like, oh my god. It's just, if I experienced that every day, I'd be like, oh, this is normal. But I can go to Toronto and be like, oh my god. What's the point of bread if you aren't buying it directly from the UK, who claim their bread is real bread? I miss Toronto. There's too much good food in Toronto. Oh my god. It'd be so cool to live in Toronto until you look at rent prices anywhere and you're like, actually, it'd be pretty lame. I don't think I could do a tiny village as an adult. Fair. Maybe if I had a family, yeah. They'll like settle down in a small village family. Be a family man. I always get shook when I like find out somebody that I knew has kids and I'm like, but we're like babies. And then it's like, oh, but we're 30. What? Boston is alright, but Toronto was cooler. Hell yeah, let's go. We spent like a week last year just wandering around Toronto. Like, we did all the tourist things, like we went to the aquarium and up the CN Tower. But sometimes we just walked around. You know, there was one day we walked around and we, wandered into the university, the Toronto University, like, square. And it felt like we didn't belong there, but also, like, anyone could just kind of walk in there and it's multiple blocks. Why is it multiple city blocks of school? Toronto's way cleaner. Interesting. I love pigeons too. I love pigeons. Did you go to Bercy's Park? They have a water fountain with dog statues. No, we didn't. We didn't really go to any parks. U of T is basically a city, yeah. Getting mistaken for a student like it's Adam Sandler movie. We didn't get mistaken. It's like, let me just delete my presentation. So it's like you can just wander in. It's like city, like the school is connected like this and stuff, but like there's just city blocks and people walking around, like just walking around this whole area, like because like there's stores here and the school is like connected by all these skywalks and stuff. It's crazy. To play Tekken, really? Goddamn, that's crazy. It's the one opposite of the Meridian Hall. I don't know what you're talking about now. You speak in directional terms, and I'm a very visual person. Do you like Thai food? I think so. I've had frozen pad Thai before, and it was pretty good. We went to an Indian place and it was so good. Best like naan I've ever eaten before, and it was so delicious. But it totally, I don't know if it was that specifically, but I've never had as much stomach pain after as I did. But it was fantastic. It was very yummy, delicious even. Pie is really good. Okay. We're going back in September for some concerts. Well, a concert, so there's just so many good places. There's so much food. There's too much food. Like you get to Union Station and it's like you could just stay there. You know, you could just stay there. You could eat all your meals in Union, and there's so much selection. Like. Egg Club is in Union Station. I love Egg Club. And they go like, welcome to Egg Club. When you walk by, it's adorable. I love it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's past 7 now. I should stop streaming. Let me just finish this bit on there. My plants need me. My plants need me to water them. Okay. I accomplished like nothing today, but we accomplished a lot as well. Got 2 presentations from me. Kyoto Katsuguyu is good Japanese food. We're going to... I don't remember what it's called, but there's... Where? Kyoto Cat... Let's see, where is that? Oh my god, it looks so good. That looks so good. Oh my... We're going somewhere, one night that we're gonna be in Toronto, in September. Oh my god, that looks so good. I don't exactly remember where though. Toronto's first post office. Oh, I'm just like looking at the map of like food in Toronto and it's just like, oh, there's so much. Katsuya is right around the corner. Is that where we're going? Is that where we're gonna go? I don't remember. It's okay, Katsuguyu. Okay. Mods, throw paint on the canvas. Ah! There. Mambo Korean beef barbecue is good too, but a bit far from Union. Yeah, we went to a K grill and it was so good. All right, I'm ending the stream now. Oh my god. Okay. All right. The stream is done now. We're done. It's run 10 minutes over than I intended. Oh no, fishing. God, there's too much good food in Toronto. I'm excited to go back. I'm not excited for how much it costs to just stay there. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for the yap. I hope you enjoyed the people who were here for the presentations. I hope you enjoyed the presentations. and yeah, I'll be back on Sunday and we're gonna start Ghost Trick. And that'll be it from me this week for streaming. 24-hour stream soon true. When I'm 40. I agreed to do it when I'm 40. So in about 10 years, we'll get a 24-hour stream. But until then, I'm gonna stop the stream now. But I will be back again on Sunday. We're gonna start Ghost Trick. We're gonna play the fun Ghost Tricky game. Also your deathbed. Yes! Yeah, we're gonna stream my funeral. That'll be my 24-hour stream and the visitation and stuff. It'll be fantastic. It'll be fantastic. But anyways, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye!